Okay, hello to everyone. Welcome. Hey, you know what? I really enjoyed the last live stream. You guys killed me. You guys were beautiful. Joe, Katie, all of you, Peter, everybody who showed up. I am the Seattle Black veteran, and thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I know. Um, um, I'm giving a the late night thing and how it's so much stuff that hits me and I think about and thank you for each and every one of you who participated or who even asked me all the questions. Joe, Kate, thank you guys, and Patty, thank you if you're still up. Um, because like I say, this is not just I'm not talking all about just claims. I mean, like for example, okay. Um, I was blessed on my last live stream with retired military Marine and even the Air Force. Both beautiful people. And when you get responses that will bring you to the same avenue and are coming from different branches of the military, I know, and this is what we are taught, back in my day anyway. My branch is better than your branch, but what we all know, rivalry is pretty much of a good thing, to play with, but it's not to when it's and this is what I say with my last guests who were with me, and thank you so much. I really appreciate you. They bring content um, from what they have experienced, and I tell you, when you experience, and that's what we said, it brings forth wisdom, and we all from different branches can say this is what's actually popping off, and this is actually what's going on. So, yeah, and so Um, I think I'm gonna try to do it 3 times a week, and as long as you want me on the page to talk, and for us to have questions, um, Denny, thank you so beautiful much. Hey there, I appreciate you, my dear lady. My baby girl, she comes in, and Vanessa Kitty's back. Thank you so much, guys. I'm still trying to learn all of these things here. Honestly, with just doing the streaming, and I appreciate you ladies so very much. And good night, Misha. Uh, Thank you. Thank you. And please forgive me because I don't totally just respond right to it because I'm still trying to learn this and everything. So I will tell you this in a day. I am going to go with the city council and a mayor in a town that's in Tukwila, Washington. And we're going to be talking about actually the seniors and the youth having more communication. And I think the veterans, from their perspectives, have a very key part to play in that. And oh, Wally, salute, salute. Hey, man, you guys are killing me over here because yeah, I hope I keep my head grounded because just you guys are here right now. Molly, Vanessa, Denise. Oh man, and I know a few other people is gonna come up. Oh, wait a minute. We got a city mess. What? Come on, and you guys got to just mess me up. I'm sitting so okay. Everybody, you get me right. I do apologize, but thank you for being up here. So we're talking about this here. And I think I need everybody's opinion on this, whether you are a veteran or a civilian. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because I was talking with a good friend of mine today, and we were talking about how much the mental issues are going on in the United States right now. There's a lot. Hey, Black Tanks, thank you so very much for showing up, Wally. Wally, you're gonna have to get me hooked on this so I can make you the rent holder or the mod in here whenever I get to more than 8 people watching me. I don't. I'm not worried about. Okay, so let me get back to this. So when we talk about this from, um, when you come from a military and you're going into a civilian world, you're used to a certain line of structure, and you have to have that line of structure automatically acts to you right away. Now, you know what was interesting? I was listening to a brother's podcast today, Simple P. Respect and props. It's like if you are going to head for a structure that's going to get you where you want to go, you have to line up to certain things. And um, so when I was talking with this person, my good friend, we're talking about from military mental issues are different mental issues than civilian different issues, because apparently, and what is actually true is we're having people who are young, just who are athletes or uh, actors who prematurely delete themselves from this planet. So we have this issue, and now this is why I say this on the USS George Washington. Um, on that particular vessel, what is active today, there has been over 6 people, well, actually 6 people who have prematurely deleted themselves and have done that on that particular vessel. So if we're looking at mental issues from civilian or military, it brings up a point. And so I was expressing to her, and Vanessa Kitty, thank you. I want you guys, I'm hopefully drop this link here in a second, but I want you guys to ask me this question, or even just bring from your perspective, because on one vessel, 6 people in 6 months. Um, there's more to read into it. And I would say go to military.com, read into that, um, and bring that information back. So we all can have an equal head on this. I'm not trying to be, as I know anything better than anybody else. And this is why when I always started my channel, I said, well, um, I am a professional getting my ass kicked by the VA. And I got to put you guys up here, Kitty. I'm so sorry. I'm still learning how to do this. And I got to put you guys up because I don't see, because I'm looking in the back chat and I see everybody in the back chat, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so when we talk about this thing here, okay, so let's add even more on to that. In Los Angeles, I think it's Los Angeles County. I think there's 4,000 homeless or disabled veterans or homeless veterans who are on the streets. Okay, so if you're on the streets, you're homeless, and they had a block that kind of slowed them down with completing it. Okay, so let's just focus. And I know I'm getting way off the map here. Um, on both sides of, I want to hear, especially from people who are, who are out there. Okay, let me give you clarity, and I want to give you 100%. Okay, I am a 100% disabled veteran, totally and permanent disabled veteran. I suffer from sleep disorder. Um, I suffer from major depression. I suffer from neuropathy, severe neuropathy. I am a 58-year-old veteran. I bring this channel to you so hopefully there's people who I say this, everybody's path is different. Everybody's. But there's some things you can learn from other people's path or their perspectives. So I don't give you as a representing anybody or anything like that. What we want to give you is you may be going through some of the things that some of the people can come on my panel and just say, hey, um, This is what I experienced myself. Hey, this is what's been going on. Or hey, I got a friend who is going through this. You need motivation to keep you going to fight what's rightfully yours. So this is what started the panel, and what's so beautiful about this now, and I would say those last the 9 hour one I did was unexpected, and you guys killed me with that. But all of you, each and every one, you are beautiful. Each and every one of you are beautiful, and I appreciate you. Because I was like out for like the last day, and I was like, okay, dude, I'm gonna have to do this now, and I was supposed to start earlier because as long as you need me here, I'm gonna be here. Uh, and what I found out, what is people just like me, we have a hard time sleeping sometime, and it's different things you go through, and different levels of what you go through, especially in the military. And so, especially you beautiful men or women who are marrying or going to be involved with a person who's in the military, um, you're going to be well loved in Cato. In Cato. Okay, let me get you over here. Vanessa, Kitty, you are my girl. Let me get this over here. But yeah. So my thing is I gotta hear up and drop this. So I gotta get you guys over here. Um, I was actually I was gonna go out and just hang out tonight, and but I really wanted to come and talk to each and every one of you tonight. And I want your um okay, yeah, so I gotta put Vanessa Kitty up here. Okay, so I got it. Okay, start clicking on you guys. Yes, yes. And one thing, okay, so 100% retired. Yes. And oh, Wally, love, much love, love. Um, down, okay, down with me for like four flats on a Cadillac. Dig you. Uh, so and yeah, Wally he even came up later tonight and go, man, you actually finally getting. I'm, I'm actually you're 100% right. I think that when I come on, I experience some things, and I want each and every one of you. I'm gonna drop the link here, and if you're still here, I'll drop it in like in a few minutes. I promise you. And if you're still up and rolling with me, I 100% appreciate you. Um, thank you so much, Miss T with the T. Thank you. See, and I'm hoping I'm giving something that you guys can bring to because look here. So I'm seeing this mental health issues on both sides. Um, I was telling my good friend the reason why I really say it's different from, especially from veterans, is that um, you come on when you get out of the military, you're into the civilian world. So I told my good friend, and she's a beautiful Caucasian woman, Patty. If you're still up, thank you. I said, "Hey, Patty, there's my girl right there." I said, "If I dropped you off in the middle of South Central, it's a Caucasian woman. How would you, it's a hard thing to, when you take a person out of the military and you drop them off in the civilian world, it's a big change. Oh, right on. Boyfriend's retired, disabled veteran. Miss T. So let me know if he's 100%, what percentage it is in. And if I mean, look at some of you already know the deal. If you don't, this to be yes. So um, I was saying to adapt from that. I could come home and I'd be a black person, drop off in the same black neighborhood, but I'm used to military standards, and it is a big change, and it can adjust no matter who you are. I got some beautiful brothers, Joe, and even Vanessa Kitty. Look, uh, different nationalities, different military background, but have experienced, I think, everything that I'm saying to you now. So, and I think that's beautiful. And when you can have people who are from a different background and also um, um, different backgrounds and different military branches. Now, I will tell you this: whatever branch that you go in, um, to me, when I came in and got out. Now, I want to get everything straight on this so everybody leave my background. I went to active duty. I got out in 80, I think 87. I went to 84, got it in 87. I got it as E4, specialist E4. All right. When I went out, I went into the reserves because I agree with some of the content creators who even say this, which is very true. When you get out of the army or whatever, you get out of the branch, unless you're just totally disgusted with it or you just totally got out, period, you will go into reserves, right? And um, you'll go into reserves, and reserves is going to be like, kind of get you kind of adjusted to civilian life, but still you do the military thing. But um, if you don't have that, or if you get out and you um, and actually, what was actually a good thing is when you get out, that sometimes you could get out and you can even be a disabled veteran. And we say disabled veteran. Now, let me get this clear when I say this. Disabled veteran comes with mental and physical. All right. So when anybody says they're a disabled veteran, you have to respect them pretty much. And a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of veterans, um, I would say like myself. Now let's give this 100 grand. Um, I do not like being around people for a long period of time. I mean, I'm cool with that, but I don't let people into my personal space. I could be around you 100%, honestly. But letting people into your personal space. Now, there's other veterans with respect. They don't even want you in that perimeter. I honestly respect that and I understand that. Um, the thing is, um, you're taught in a different manner that's in the same United States that you are in. But I will give you this basic one here. When we talk about basic training, um, when you come into the military, no matter what you were taught at home of how to clean your house or clean your room or whatever, you were taught in the military standards how you are going to be cleaning your room and your personal space. Pretty much for the rest of your life, unless you get out. I mean, I think even in the Navy, you have boatman's mates, boatman's mates, boatmates, and um, yeah, you have to get through that. You have to rock. You have to go and you have to chip, everything, whatever. And it came all the way down just, from your personal hygiene to your dress, uniform, in your personal space. So a lot of people were happy to get their place off post. Nobody wanted to live on post. And hey, so you know what? And that's honestly, sadly to say, that's probably what kind of contribute to people prematurely marry, and just so they can get off post, have some woman they can be with, and they don't have to go through all that other bullshit. And vice versa. Okay. So yeah. I know you guys are gonna kill me for this here, and I apologize. Hey, I thank each and every one of you for coming up here. So I'm gonna drop a link here because okay, so the thing I want, even if you come up on a link or whatever, I'm too young for, I guess, people to dox me or whatever, whatever, whatever. I don't worry about this crap. But you don't have to come on up and um we're just gonna see what's on your mind, what's going on with you. If you want to come up, that's beautiful. Especially if you're a veteran and are you a retired veteran, or you didn't retire but you got out before then, but you got an honorably discharge. I hope you guys seen, I was showing on the DD-214 on line 26. I talked about that, I think, in the last one. So always pay attention on that. and look at that, because even if you get out with an honorable discharge, you have to look at what that line 26 says. It actually says, and it's a whole big a plethora, a list of things that you can look for. Plethora because my attention span is small, so it may be shorter or longer for some people, but also look at that. And don't take that when you get an honorable discharge. And I would say this too, and we talked about this last time. Um, 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 Getting out and understanding. What I would say is this: um, within today's technology, you can find a group that has probably discharged at your time. Has even probably experienced some of the things that you experienced while you were in active duty. So let me give you a good example, and this is real. Um, when I was sent out to Fort Irwin, Death Valley, and Vanessa Kitty, remember us talking about this. Um, there were certain injuries that people experienced at the time that I went out there, when I went out there. And a lot of people, I don't know if a lot, because I haven't looked at the percentage, but I hope that people are paying attention to this and not just thinking that they are getting old and these things are happening. When you are getting progressive injuries that are coming to you prior to the times that what's you're supposed to be experiencing those at your age or whatever, pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. And guys, keep me on point with this here. I got to drop this link because I don't want to get too much off point. But the reason why I say this is because um, I don't know. I don't. It's nowhere related to what's going on the USS George Washington. It's really not been discussed throughout the ranks of, you know how it is when it comes down to the ranks or whatever. Certain um, um, in the civilian world, let's say it's not your pay grade, but these things have happened. People who expired themselves prior to, and and when we say this, you have to understand the majority of people who are coming into the military are in their late teens to maybe 27. If I'm wrong on that, somebody hit me up and tell me I'm wrong on that. Um, that's, um, yes, I'm yes, man. Yeah, and see, and this is what and I'm open, me and Vanessa Katie, Steve was on my last pod, we was rolling. And actually, I can't refute a lot of, because everything that she's saying is it's what's going on. And Joe was on here saying the same thing, and yeah, and really look at that. If you know people who are in the military now, this is not to make military. And I'm telling you, I get a phone call right now. So I'm going to answer it. It's quiet that there. But no, if you know anybody, what it is to make the your military stronger. I mean, because look, um, let me ask you this then: is transparency better than no transparency? But now, see, understand this in the military, and I think Cornell West said this in the Matrix. I think it was the first Matrix, Cornell West, and I'm not quoting him directly, but he said this. And now, anybody in the military, you tell me if I'm misquoted, if I'm wrong with really with what it's saying here. When the captain says, "I do not understand why you would want this to happen, or why you want me. And Corner One said is the prerequisites of following an order is not for your understanding. You have to follow an order, whether you understand it or not, right? And I was like, "Oh, that's some cold stuff," but is that pretty much right though, right? Um, and so you know, so if you're conditioned to be into that place there, and then you get dropped off into the civilian world as a military person, and you can go to let me get this on the real hypothetical. You can go to well, let's get on the real. You can go to Walmart, Fred Meyers, or any store outlet. People are jockeying for position. They're jockeying for pay. They will cut your throat. They will backstab you, but they're coming for pay. Oh, so in the military, yeah, you can get that kind of, but there is more of a structured level of where you have to be a leader. And if you have no leadership, no, no. So you guys let me know if I'm bugging with this though. But no, I have to say that because I was looking at this and okay, so let's go back to USS George Washington. I hope you guys read upon this. Now, it was talking about a lot of that. And if you are in the Marines, Army, Navy, and you spent time aboard a vessel, um, they were saying that these vessels were spending so much time in dock. And while they're in dock being, what do you call it? Come on. I know it because I mean, but when you are overhauling a vessel, but you're living on board and you're getting all this drilling, this banging, this, all this, they said it was coming insufferable to live with all that. And then some people, when they were put out in certain bases, now I can't say what bases are because well, I can say what bases are is what is a meaning. But as far as where certain facilities are located and how much you take to get there, let me explain this to you. When you come onto some facilities, there are other facilities that are restricted that you cannot go into. So you can park your car or you can catch a bus and then you can get another bus to get another bus to get to where you need to be. All right. If I'm bugging on this, you guys, you hit me up and tell me with this, okay? So it was causing stress on their family life. And if you out on a uh in the army, if you're out in the field a lot, you need to come home and have family life. You need a balance. In emergency times or if you're sending out an active duty, yeah, it's going to upset the balance of that. But when you are in the United States, I believe active duty, yes. When I came in, they said, well, we didn't issue you a wife, so you don't have nothing to say about that. When we issue you one, then you can talk about that. Well, what you know that was garbage, but that's just when you're 19 or 18 or 20 and you're coming in and you're told this, yeah, I can mess with you. But yeah. But anyway, yeah. Many things are classified in the military career. Is that a good or bad? Yes. Well, Vanessa Kitty, I would say um I would say it's very good. And the reason why I would say that is because one thing leads to another. But then again, you're right. Okay, so I have to kind of back up on that, and I apologize. Is they have to be classified because of a point of manipulation to get to another perspective or whatever. Maybe. I hear what you're saying, though. But they have to be. I think they have to be because I would say they have to be because of this. look at the YouTube or Instagram or all these other social medias. If anybody's having the opportunity to jump out here and say something to get 1 million people as subscribers on their page, what will they not do if they are not bound by classification? So we even looked at that when Navy SEALs started coming out talking about writing books about classified stuff like this and stuff like that. So when is the point that we totally sell the United States out? You know, um, um, I think there's certain things to everything that needs to be, because if everybody knew all this and all that, what would not stop the next person to come up on Instagram or Facebook and say, I want 100,000 subscribers. You know what? I saw so and so in the back. And we get that a lot. That's what it is. I ain't mad about whatever people who do what they do for their content. But this is why I say when we talk about what's on here, um, the reason what made me really want to talk about this is because after even talking with Joe Kitty, Vanessa Kitty and Joe, and Wally, you guys, you asked, you make me think about things that I'm like, wow. The reason why I really got started with doing this. So when I saw this on the USS George Washington, and you guys go look that up, hit me up with it. Let me know what you're thinking about it. And if I haven't got back with you guys in previous videos, I promise you, I'm gonna sit and back and just answer every comment that's on there. Um, and I'm hoping I can just stay that way. I know it's if I start picking more subscribers, probably gonna be more, but I would do my gosh darndest, and I promise you. Of course, so when I saw this on the USS George Washington, it made me think, and I said, well, okay. Um, but I was talking to my good friend Patty, and she had a very valid point, and we were like, well, hey, Car, thank you, brother. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming aboard. Um, she says, well, there's, people doing a lot of serious mental issues, you know, period. And I'm like, that's a good point. Very good point. But then I was like, well, when you come out the military and you go into, um, it's different. And so we talked about that. So what we want to talk about is um you don't have to say who you are, where you're living or anything like that. You can come up, stop. And I'm just hoping to be real. Because I'm not here, like I say, I'm not a legal doctor, I'm not a legal not a legal alien. Doesn't matter if I am, but I am not a doctor, I'm not an attorney, I'm not anything like that. What I'm saying is what I've been seeing and what I think that we all have something to contribute to it. And I want you to know that it's genuine felt when I talk to you, when I'm talking to you. Um, and I have to give you my honest thing this real quick. And I know I'm just probably long stroking, whatever. Hey, salute, sir. Salute. Thank you, First Magnum. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming aboard. Thank you. Um, but when I come to you, it said, um, I want you to know you're not in this fight by yourself. I'm trying not to curse, okay? So I'm trying to keep this pretty. You're not in this fight by your gosh darn self at all. At all. And I want to let you to know. Um, you know, it's gonna be some times. I didn't plan on staying up late last time, but I was blessed. And you guys took me there. And Vanessa, Wally, Car, you guys, thank you so very much. You guys are beautiful. And so I say to everyone who just comes on, so what we want to do is pass this information on. Okay, so now if you look at it, that with the military training, it is changing over, and it's doing, actually, hopefully, it's doing good. So I talked with Joe and I talked with Vanessa, Kitty, and a few that stayed on here, and thank you, Wally, and thank you. We're talking about, and I want to get another sailor that's I think dollars. I call him SSS. He's a sailor. Get on here. Come on here, because I would like for um, each and every one of you guys and girls to show up and give your perspective on things. Because let me give you this. Now you tell me. When I put everything out here, and I was like, this is my age, this is what I'm going through, and everything. Um, I ran into a few people who are very beautiful. And by no means did I ever think that I would have somebody who was, and boom, 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 boom. And the same with, you know how it is when you know how it is when you just really just chilling, and people are just really kind of connecting with you without trying to connect with you, but are trying to connect with you. So when I say trying to connect with you, is that it hurts my heart when I see somebody who I know I can help, but don't help them, you know? So, um, you know, and I will tell you guys this. Each and every one of you who are even coming onto my channel, if you see anybody out here that you could connect with, please connect with them. All right. That's just Journey. My girl, a couple of you guys know who she is. I know I'm up pretty much late for her. She's got a family and everything. Yeah. I'm in my room. But I will be up with you too, to chat. We're gonna wrap as long as you guys want to wrap about this. I'm gonna bring some of you guys up if you want to talk. And if you got some valid things that you want to talk about. I mean, so what I mean about it is, tonight I want us to, Sunday. I said I want us to relaxing Sunday, and relaxing Sunday is going to be our gig. If you're up that late, if you're like me, a veteran who has sleep issues sometime, yeah, come and hang out with us, and kick it with us. We'll stay as long as, it could be two or three of us. I don't care. As long as we're talking about something that we can address, then, I would tell you this, Joe, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying this. Whiskey entrepreneur. All right, check him out. Our car, tell him what. And so this is what I want you guys to come up, and I want you to say who you are, where you are from, if you want to, and kind of what's on your mind. Um, this is, like I said, I put up question and answers because honestly, I was like, I better get started early because I don't want to stay up until 6. But I will stay up as long as you need me here. And I'll do my darndest. Yeah, but I have to tell you, it messes with my sleeping rhythm, so I have to get with it too. And I want you guys to stay on point with what you're doing, especially with your medications. If you are on medications with your particular doctor, like I always tell people, I have nothing to say about that. That's between you and your doctor. I can only tell you from my experiences, what I experience, and hopefully some questions you can ask or talk with your doctor about. Because I understand it. I had a gentleman called me not too long ago, and I'm sorry, I keep jumping off the topic, but I keep saying this is for everybody, whatever you want to talk about. So let me do this. And I'm telling you, I still don't know this. And I have to tell you this. Okay, so, okay, guys and girls. Um, when we talk about things here, basically we are talking about healing. We're talking about healing, and we're talking about mentally and physically healing. So, like when I say this, it's because I'm talking to you about how to talk with your doctors about the medications that you're taking, how to understand the process that you may go through. Now, and I have to apologize because, especially at this late at night, honestly, I should be popping up some um, um, PDF files and showing you these things. I should be, and I apologize. Not, but I always say this: I'm going to lead you to where you need to go. Go to va.gov, and you can get to a lot of the questions. Get on here and talk to. And I say, like these beautiful people here on your right tonight. Look at this beautiful. Thank you, Nash. I appreciate you for just being here. All each and every one. Thank you for showing up here and just thanks for hanging out with me. So when we talk about this, and I will tell you this. An elderly gentleman told me, and he was very knowledgeable. All of your best information is not going to come in a flashy magazine. They're going to come in a pamphlet sometimes. If you just go and read them and check those out, and they can give you a lot of the answers. When I say go to va.gov, I understand that you go there and you go, well, where the hell I should go from there? Understandably. Exactly. So when you go there, all right. So this is why I say not just my channel. You see some of these beautiful people, all of these beautiful people on my channel right now. And if you see them come in, I appreciate you guys are so fun. And I'm looking over here because when I'm looking, I'm trying not to look at the whole chat room, and I haven't mastered that yet, so I apologize. But and I don't look at it because I'll get off track, and I apologize. But I want you to think about this: if you're married to a person who's in the military, um, um, y- let's 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 really honestly look at taking care of each other. I say this: everybody's not fit to marry everybody. Everybody's not fit to be in the military or whatever. But if you're there and you're with that other person, and you're there, um, let's get on here and let's chop it up. Let's talk about some things that's going to get you some resolve. And if you see friends or family going through this, let me tell you, when I was younger, they say, "Oh, my dude, he was in Vietnam. You don't mess with him. If you sleep, you might wake up and have, and stories. But now it's more people rather not hurt you. Um, they want to hurt themselves, and so um, the thing we want to talk about is transitions. So if you know somebody who's in the military who's going through these things, please come up. If you are knowing how that transition is and you've experienced it, and but you are able to overcome that transition and actually keep it moving, please um, come up and talk to us about that, and let us know. Because like I say, what we're looking for is healing. um if you are active duty, you don't want to be named or anything like that, anonymously or whatever, do your thing. And our thing is not, and I will never ask you where you're from. If you do not want to say where you're from, I don't want to ask you about anything that you don't want to talk about. But if you can bring, some healing to what we are experiencing here, not just, let's give it a cross thing here too. A veteran coming out experiencing with a family who is going through um, mental issues, So how do we let's talk about what the resolves are and what we can get there. Guys and girls, and I hope you guys are still hanging with me. And I really so much appreciate you, each and every one of you guys. And if you want to come up, like I said, I am just learning a lot of this here. And you guys came up last time. So here I'm dropping the link here. And I think I put it in the back room or something like that. I don't know if it's in the front room, back room. I'm hoping I'll go and put it up here. I don't know if in the I don't know how to do this. So, so I hope you guys got it over there. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Okay, actually it shows up right on. So if you want to come up, please by all means. Yeah. Oh, G Patrice is in the room. Get out of here. Hey, that's my girl right there. Uh, What's up? I haven't seen you in so long. Where have you been hiding out? I haven't seen you, girl, in so long. It's so good to see you. And I'm probably running so late on my response or get into that. It's so good to see you. Each and every one of my people who have been on here, they came to me from other channels, and I would say a lot of these are from probably even the late attorney, or if they're not. I do not worry about where you come from. I'm just happy you're here with me, and I appreciate you so much. And I honestly, guys and girls, please let me know. I want to be adding content into your life. And what has been so much of a blessing is that the previous content I have been dropping out, I've been able to have veterans like even Arnold Kitty Arnold, Vanessa Kitty, uh, um, and Wally. Man, man. Thank you. These guys here, and I know I'm missing Joe too. I'm missing a lot of people, but I know it's going to get harder and harder if I finally got the 200 subs. Ah, thank you guys. I didn't pay attention. Somebody texted me and said, "Hey, you have 200 subs." I'm like, "Really?" Right? Thank you. But I don't. It doesn't matter honestly. I know there was a question asked if you can drop to 1 million subs right now. Would you? And honestly, no, not for me because that'd be too much for me to take on at this particular point in time in my life. I'm only giving you what I can give you, what I am living and what I have been blessed with content creators like all of you who have who came onto my site. Oh, hold on, I gotta get under 973. Come up here, dear heart. How are you?
Hey there.
How are you? Thank you for blessing me with your presence. How are you this evening?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, heck no, I'm not. Mm-mm. No. Hey, you guys hang out with me. I'm like, uh, I actually maybe I'm offering something that you can that can help you. But if I'm not, I mean, what brings you? Tell everybody who you are and what your page is about.
Oh, no, I'm not a YouTube
No, you're
content
not.
creator.
Oh, well, you
No,
blessed me with your presence.
I just be out in the streets.
I appreciate you so much. Oh no, right on. Well, hey, thank you for coming on board. This like I said, I'm actually just I come on I think what I don't know, did you come on like a couple days ago? I did. Jeez Louise, that really woke me up and really killed me. I did a 9 hour. And I was blessed with a lot of beautiful people. And so I'm interested in what brings you aboard. What would you like to talk about?
So I have been needing to connect with you a while, sir,
Oh, my bad.
because the Veterans Administration is a special kind of different,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
Special kind of administration, special
Mhm.
kind of administrative law.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I started actually helping a family member
Mhm.
try to seek some disabled child benefits for their child. That's not right. That's not the right verbiage.
Yeah.
Uh, it is called the helpless child benefit.
Okay. You educate
Helpless
me.
child benefit.
Mhm.
Um, and this relative was not following the direction. So, like, when the VA says, I need a birth certificate, I need, I can't recall what else they needed. I need some, medical
Documents.
documentation. I need this
Exactly.
and that or the other thing.
Yeah.
You need to give them exactly what they ask for. If
100.
they say, put your right foot in and your left foot out, then that's what you do.
Exactly. I mean, and if you don't do it, you better explain why you're not doing it.
Well, but you're
Um,
not going to proceed through with your request. So
yeah,
you do what they say do.
exactly. And you are 100% right with that. And the reason, and this is, I just recently went through this, and this is why when I still do what I'm doing. Okay, so certain people who were telling me, I said, "Hey, look," I called and there was a representative, and they go, well, um, nah, you I said, well, I said, let me ask you, you're my representative. What would you do? What you want me to do? Well, personally, I wouldn't. And the VA called me and said, are you sure? I said, what? I said, okay, look here. I know you guys are not my representative, and a lot of people I get pushed back, but this is actually factually. They said, I said, explain what this is to me because I talked to these guys 3 times and they said, um, no. And this is what they said. So if you're 100%, whatever you're 100% at, if you happen to pass away because of that disability, your family will get a stipend or your wife for the rest of her life.
Say what
Or
you say?
yeah, so what it is a $2,000 to $3,000 benefit. So what it is if your family, if your husband or if your wife passes away because of their service connected disability, there is money that that family can receive. So
Oh,
look into
wow.
that. Yeah. Um, I think even hey Kitty, Vanessa Kitty, do you know about that too? I'm pretty sure she can jump on. Oh, let me jump my man on here. Okay, the first Magnum. Let's jump him in here. How you doing, my brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey,
Hey,
Um,
good
Magna.
evening. How are you doing?
all right, my brother. Let me finish asking this one, my beautiful lady, this question, and I want you to even give us your peace of mind and tell us where you were and everything. So yeah, so what I've found out, and I found this out through other YouTube content creators
Okay.
who are in the legal practice, and this is
Okay.
actually something you can find out pretty much if you do some Google research is that, and this is why I say I drop the breadcrumbs, and I'm gonna tell you, and you can tell me, come back later and tell me I'm full of crap or it's actually reality. But from what it is understandable, and I had another gentleman talk to me about, he was so frustrated with the VA that he just wanted to be done with it, and I'm like, come on, now. And so if
No,
yeah, and if you
don't do
do
that.
yeah, and the thing is, and I said, look, if you're in the military, you're taught to look after a certain group of people, whether it's a section, squad, platoon, depending on your rate or your pay grade and where you are, how many. I talked to some people who were in charge of 300 people. The largest I've been in
Mm.
was this 90 people. If you're in charge of those people, you are responsible for making sure each of those people are taken care of. So it doesn't matter. And you spend, and if you go into the military and that's what you do for your family. And this is what I tell people now. You could be single when you come out at 19 or 20. You may have a family later on. So be cognizant of your disabilities or your service connected disabilities. If you have suffered an injury while you were in there, now see that we don't want to promote people just going in and then falsifying things. We're not going to do that. But if you go in there and you get injured, um, you and that injury causes you to move on outside of this world, the your family ones can also actually get benefits. Now we don't want you women or you men out there going out there trying to do some crazy things. So I'm just clowning, but no, you can't. And that's one of the things. Look at that. And that's the thing is when you go to the va.gov, you really have to know what you want to look for, what you're looking for, and how you want to look for it, and it will give you certain information. But understand this too, with that, as when you go on to that thing, you are being tracked for what you're looking for on there. So be cognizant of that. Hey, let's get my brother over in here. Hey, what's going on there, First Graham? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, sir. And
The
how are you this
first
evening?
Magnum. I am blessed to be in your presence, kind sir. Welcome. What's on your? Do you have a YouTube channel?
Actually, I do. It's a Chrono May Cry, but you can just type in the first Magnum, just all one word. And on my channel, what I do is I like to play Apex Legends or I like to play first-person shooters and kind of re correlate the strategies and how it would relate to real world tactics. And that's
Uh-huh.
just one part of my channel. And I like to have conversations on that and how that applies to real world strategy and how military strategy is moving forward. Outside of that, I'm also working on building a channel for early childhood development and especially in phonetics because our children need to be more focused on being able to communicate better and more clearly and being able to understand language and it's really something as far as my family history. Uh, I'd say fourth generation early childhood development specialist.
Yeah.
I just love working with kids, and it's kind of innate to me.
Hey,
So I'm
what else?
sorry, what you can.
No, no, go ahead. Please continue. I want. Go ahead. Please continue.
But besides that, another part was dealing with the electrical engineering and all kinds of things like that. But that's my channel, and I'm just getting it off the ground. It's struggle streaming and so forth and so on. So that's why I don't mind the quality and the backdrop. This is all being worked on. So
Work in progress. Work in
right,
progress,
you build it
brother.
up while you fly it. One man once said, I heard. So I'm
Yeah.
continuing on. But I just wanted to show him because, like you were mentioning earlier, like the service connected disabilities and how they affect your day-to-day life
Yeah.
and the impact it has on your overall health and peace of
Yeah.
mind, and especially like you said, mental health, because it was something that was difficult for me to transition from when I got out. I was stationed in Gitmo during
Oh, really?
9/11. Yeah, actually, we were the first Marine Reserve unit activated because of it.
Really?
So yeah, that was something that I got to experience, and I was actually in Grambling at the time when that happened. So I had to transition from being in school and going and being shipped out
Yeah.
and having to experience even what you were speaking about earlier because of situations that we experienced while we were over there.
Yeah.
Um, it's not easy to talk about, but
Exactly.
it's something that needs to be said because like
Yeah.
I posted in your chat, there's things that you're saying that I never even heard before.
What do you mean, like?
Like the different ways to approach getting service connected disability and how they view you and kind of your responsibility into pushing the process forward.
Yeah.
And it was something I took 15 years to actually come to grips with, to be honest with
Hey, brother, I hear you. Um, um, 30 years and still trying to work with it. And, I want to back up where you said this about working with kids and everything. Salute and much respect. And, I think what you're doing, because I think it's part of a healing process as well, for
you. Yeah,
and I'm not a therapist or anything, but I'm doing that here. I'm working with city council now, and I should have had the kids' photo popped up here. Um, but yeah, I'm working with those guys now, and it's actually, kind of, it's kind of a thing where you can, kind of bring who you are with because I think when we get to maybe it's just me. When you get to certain, certain adults, there's so many certain things you can say to certain adults, and you have to explain so much. For I think when some people can just feel you, you know,
yeah,
just feel, and say, well, okay, I feel you on this, and
yeah,
um, and I appreciate you for coming up and saying that because Joe, he said the same thing, and just like you and I said, I talk about this as veterans. We have, as going for our disabilities, we have a different walk. Everybody has a different walk, but there's some basic things that we have experienced. And I think when we are in the military, like I said, you know, a person who's got your six. There's no discussion about this. You come out in the civilian world, just like, okay, who kind of who's who, what's
Right.
going on, what's going on, and
Yeah.
and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
and like for me, I could stay in house for 2 3 days at a time, and some of my partners, none, like, I can go out and be in a crowd, but they can't be in a crowd. I said, I feel you on that, you know and it's and this is what I dig, and thank you for coming up here. I really appreciate it. I'm not trying to, you can stay as long as you want to.
No problem.
And Miss Nash, you with me still, baby doll? um
Yes, I'm still here.
okay.
Mr. Magnum, is it?
Yes, you can call me Magnum.
Magnum.
Yeah.
Semper
How are you?
Fidelis. Semper
Right.
Fidelis, and thank you for your service.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that, sweetie.
Seattle Black Veteran, what was your branch?
Army. Army.
Army. Is
Yeah.
there a colloquialism for the Army?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I know the Semper Fidelis because my father is in the
Oh,
Navy.
it's just ooh ah, ooh
Oh,
ah.
ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah, yeah,
What?
ooh, ah. And
Oh,
this is like, it's like it's just your boy, in the time, ooh, ah, that's my dude. Like, I mean, because even if you were a sorority or whatever branch, Simplify was that or whatever. I mean, because I don't still know what the Navy one is yet. So,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
that's what the Navy one as well?
Oh
did you
yeah.
say
Yeah.
Ooh,
booyah?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry.
ah.
I'm sorry. I'm not military affiliated other than
No,
through my
you fine.
father. Pardon my ignorance.
No, no,
Nah,
no.
it's all
See,
right. You're
this is
good.
why I say, you're beautiful. Bring those questions up, because you
Yeah,
know what,
booyah.
you're
Hi,
helping us
Dad.
do is you're helping us to acclimate to the civilian world as well. So,
Right.
and you're being cool and honest about it, and it's beautiful to have you up here with it. No, that's serious talk, because this is what I said when I brought the channel up. It's like, we're gonna talk about everything. Joe, we were talking about whiskey a couple of nights ago. So if you guys are whiskey, I used to be a Crown Royal drinker, but and then we had and I like Vanessa Kitty. She's beautiful up here, in the Air Force, retired. And so we had Air
Oh,
Force retired, we had Marines retired, and now I got my beautiful brother up here, and he's coming from his perspectives, because I would say this, and everybody can contest to this. It's a 5 year increment that changes. Um, so if you come in, and I came in the 80s, military changed in the 90s, military changed in the 2000s, right? So it's changing, right? And you got all these different changes that are happening, and they can come in. And in the ways they come in the military, I would say this, and we talked about this last Sunday, and Vanessa Kitty can say this, is the more responsibilities you have, the more stress you have.
Yeah.
And you will not go to sleep with that stress, because you're going to have that question answered in a timely manner.
Yeah.
When you come to the civilian world, somebody go, well, I'll get back with you. And you have people cutting each other's throats, and they work in the same building. They're like, I don't, you my boy, but I'm trying to get that bag right there, so I'm cutting your throat. In the
Mhm.
military, that's not leadership in the military. And when you
Right.
come out of the military and you bum rush with this, and that's why I say, and whatever nationality. So I'm African American. Drop me off in the middle of predominantly Ku Klux Klan neighborhood. That's how it is when you come out of the military. Put somebody in a neighborhood that they don't even under. The best thing they have is their family that's with them, and hopefully their family can rock with them, so they can, okay, I go and get this job here. And then, so unless you're out really just hustling and say, I'm gonna get the job, I'm gonna get, And that's when I came out. So it's like, okay, boom. And then you run into a bunch of military people who are doing some same old bullshit. Pardon my lack of vernacular. But but when we wrap, it's like and it's good to have you on here too, because we need your civilian perspective from this as well. Because especially if you are living in a military town, um, or you're dealing with a military member. And like I say, I don't ever have I don't have none of the answers. Only thing I can give you is my perspective. And then I'm blessed to have each and every one of you up here. Because you know what's so wonderful about this is you have wisdom. You have wisdom that I don't know. You have wisdom that needs to be told. I tell everybody this. You have a right to have your story told. So if you do good in writing, you're good in doing good in videos, you want to just come up and do your YouTube, and just want to say who you are and where you're at. I think it's important. I really do. I
Well,
yes, ma'am.
I have a topic request or video request of you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So I have a different family member
Yes, ma'am.
who is the spouse of a veteran.
Okay.
I have to get all this straight, and I'm
Yeah,
trying to keep the genders out of it.
I
So
understand. Yeah,
they
you're right.
are the spouse of a veteran, and they need to assert or claim their spousal benefit from the veteran's pension. May I request a video on the how to do that? Please.
Oh.
That's kind of juicy right there, isn't it?
You
You'll
are
see.
you see it, Magnum. You see
Yeah.
You'll
that.
see. And look,
Yeah,
and look, and then the lead
yeah,
attorney come
yeah,
in and he start. You better get what is it called? You
yeah,
better do your
Yeah,
prenup
that sounds good
so
right
that
there.
yeah.
the spouse can't get their benefits. No, the spouses do. The
Yeah,
spouse. I'm trying to keep the genders out of it to keep it less juicy.
yeah.
But
It
the
doesn't.
spouse, the
Yeah.
spouse,
Okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
mm,
Go ahead. Continue. I had.
the spouse has been in a long-term marriage. And in California, a long-term marriage is a marriage of 10 years or more.
With the same
So the
person.
to, but of course.
Okay. Well, no, you say long term marriage. I don't know. It's like okay. Then
Okay.
stop. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So
Go
the
ahead.
spouse, keeping the genders out of it, has been the spouse to the veteran for 10 years or more. And so they are due their spousal benefit from that veteran's pension.
Okay.
But
You
I
say
need
they
to
are
know.
due. If you say they are due, then you know they are due. Are they
Yes,
think they are due?
no, that they are due. That's
Okay.
under
Okay. So do a video on that and
right.
show
So
why they
I
are due.
no. I need to know
Yes, ma'am.
the VA procedure for
Mm,
that spouse to
hmm.
make that claim to get
Okay.
what is due to them.
Okay.
Mm.
Do me this favor for my short term memory. You got my. You see my my email.
I can
Yeah.
drop my
Yeah.
question in the
Oh yeah.
comment.
Yeah, please just drop it because you know what the reason why you say that and please forgive me for just being my ADD is that I know ladies who have
Mhm,
been married to
mhm,
men who
mhm,
were served in the military.
mhm,
Um, they got a divorce after
mhm,
30 years of being with that person.
mhm,
So that has been a question that's been asked to me a few times
mhm,
with whether women want to know what or if any benefits they're entitled to. And
mhm.
so I will look into that. Honestly, I will. And when I say I look into it, it's not that I just going to go into online and look at it. I'm going to talk to some real people,
Please and thank you.
and I'm gonna see, I'm gonna ask them what's up because, and remember this: everybody's road is not the same. So,
Absolutely.
I will give you some perspectives on that. And honestly, and I would say this to anybody who's listening is that if anybody gives you information, um, um, always let them know if it's their opinion or not. And like I say, put this into that because I would say this. Okay, let me say this real quick. One of the reasons to help me get to 100% is that
Mm.
I was already suffering through some things, and I
Okay.
suffered through them for like 5 to 10 years.
Oh,
I
wow.
came online and I listened to a couple of people that came online, and they said, "Boom, boom, boom." Now, when they said this, I went to my representatives and I went and said, I want, and they said, "Oh, you want to file for this? You want to file for that? You want to file for this?" And it was like, boom, 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 boom. It's all, I'm like, what? Now, if I would have never called them or never got that little breadcrumb. So I promise you. And what I will do is because I've been honestly, and I have to give it to you real, I've been running away from this because I know people who are very personal with me and um them being very personal, they haven't been very truthful with me, and they've been slowing me up for trying to me to move where I want to, and so it's hard for me to get over back to them. But the question you ask is 100% correct, a good question, because I look at it like this, and it's just my perspective looking at it without me looking at any of the laws or anything that goes on there. So anybody who's in here, if I am if you know something more than what we're saying, this is why we need you here. So you can expound on this. If I don't know, we can bring this, and we're going to talk about real talk, and we're not going to bring smoke, and we're not going to bring bullcrap. We're going to the essence of knowing this is that I'm in this with you um, um, sincerely. I'm not in here with to play with you or just to get numbers. I want you guys to explode more than I do. I want you to do way better than what I do on this YouTube streets. But what we're going to do is we're going to answer that question. You're right about that. And you asked me that you knew that's a question. You knew that was a question for me because I was like, oh, good Lord. I was asked this question a month ago, and I had another person ask me this as well.
Oh, I see
And
Vanessa Kitty's question. She says, are they divorced or are they a surviving spouse? To answer her question, they are not legally divorced. And I say that slowly because they do not have a final divorce decree. And so, given that they do not have a final divorce decree, then they are still legally
legally.
married to each other.
And then you got to look at the
Mm.
state too, though. What
Right.
state is it?
This is
So,
California I'm talking about.
oh, California. Do you guys do a palimony down there? Where you put together for so many years and
You know what? I don't know the answer to that, quite
mm,
frankly.
okay. I'm
But
definitely
in the
interested too.
yeah, but in the case of this family member, so they are
Yeah.
the well, they are the legal spouse actually of a veteran, and they need to get their spousal benefits.
Wow.
Okay. All right. And that's Vanessa Kitty, you gotta come up whenever I get a mod, you gotta come up and be mod for me. This she's always down with me because she can answer a lot of questions too, because
Oh, Vanessa, okay.
from her perspective, yeah. So please hit her channel up as well. Oh well, I don't know if Vanessa Kitty's running her channel. She's incognito. But I mean, I'm 100. A lot of things that I talked on previous channels, her and even Joe, who was here now, and now my new brother and yourself. And I like the questions you're asking because see, what I've been dealing with since I came on this, I said, and this is how I came into this. My disability just hit me. I went homeless for about 3 weeks. Then I came and I do all my stuff. So now I deal with a lot of people who are in the LGBTQ community. um, and these are people who are officers and everything who and so we talk about is how they're dealing with that as well with that. But you're asking a great question with that, and you have a lot of a lot of variables in there to rock with. But I understand what you're saying. It's trying to be as vague, be as to the point as possible without just putting everything out there. But
Oh, I have a
um,
question on that as when you finish too.
no, please, sir, continue. Go, please.
Well, I have a little one actually. I have two. Long
That's right.
story, but I've been trying to figure out exactly how do I, as a veteran, get my benefits to my children without anybody's interference. Like if you want them to go directly to the child
Yeah.
and but the child's not with you, how can you do something like that?
I would say this, and I want anybody else to chime in here too if you hear this. Um, get you a representative. Um, I don't like recommending people because I've had my back and forth with them all. But if you're a veteran of foreign wars, you can go to one of their outlets there because it automatically puts you in that thing there. The DAV has also some people that you can ask about. Ask these questions, and I would tell you this honestly: you're asking the right questions because I'm going to be calling tomorrow, asking them about some other questions as well, and I will get back with you and let you know what my answers are on my questions. And I want you to find that representative. If you're near a VA hospital, there are certain representatives in there, and look at the ones that because you were in war at the time, and so there are representatives that can work with you. They are lodges or whatever you want to call them that you can talk with those guys with. And I would say just Google them online and who's the nearest one next to you. And I would say even with those guys, you have to vet them as far as how are you feeling.
Mm.
Um, and look at Vanessa's Kitty. She's has a page. Anybody who's on here. Oh, goddamn bacon is up on here tonight. Welcome,
I
brother.
have a
Welcome,
question,
welcome.
Mr. Magnum.
Pardon me, my
I
dear lady.
I had a
And
question for Mr. Magnum.
yes.
How old are your children?
Great
Well,
question.
the baby girl is 6 and the little prince is 5.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
no, you're good. You're going to be good. Get a hold of you should already be getting this information sent to you. And it's going to tell you at this particular point in time. May I ask what percentage of disability are you at? Are you?
Actually, right now I'm at 10%, but I just recently
No worries.
filed with a company. I don't want to say their name,
No worries. Don't say.
um, but that process is actually underway, and I have
Okay.
a what do you call a CNP exam?
Yeah, it's a claims and pension exam. Okay, so we just want you to know about that. Okay, if you go look at some of my previous ones on here, let me get you on breast with this. I've been to a lot of those exams. Okay, so what I want you to do is look at automatically what is your, and you don't have to say this. I want you to say it to us. What is your service connection disability? Which is 10%. And I guarantee you, I promise you, in 89, I was at 10%. I'm at 100% now. Took this long. Some people got this shorter than I did. So this is what I want
Yeah.
you to know because we didn't get this information. Whatever your disability is, you got to go look at that and see if it can be or if it is a lifetime thing. As you get older, these big, like I have neuropathy. I'm not going to never get better from that. All right. I'm stuck with that and there's no cure for that.
Right.
This is what the VA tells me right now. This is what the VA tells me. Okay. So, and I'm on medication, heavy medication for that. All right. So,
Uh,
so right now, if you're at 10%, I want you to do this. See what is your service connected disability. I want you to know this. I want you to see, is it permanent? What is it? Is how long are you gonna have to deal with this? Is it gonna get
uh,
worse when you get older? All right.
Probably for a lifetime.
There you go. So as it gets worse, and this is why you got to keep documenting with your doctors. As it get worse, then your percentage can probably go up. So
Mhm.
you have to understand this too. And I'm not trying to tell anybody how to manipulate or get over, but this is true, factual, and actual.
Right. Yeah, I'm
When you
not trying to
can't,
get over on nobody. I just want,
yeah,
you know,
when you,
them
yeah,
to be, because
exactly. I
the
know you're not. I just say that for just I know
right.
you're not, and because you sound very honest about what you wanted to get done. And so this is the thing, because we're gonna get to your kids, and I promise you. Okay, so um um while you're going through your the CNP exam is a claim and pension exam. That's what it stands for. When
Mhm.
you go to that exam, they're going to give you probably in a FedEx envelope and tell you, we want you to report to this particular person. And they're going to ask you about your particular injuries that you can, your service connected injuries is what you're going to have to be talking to them about now. Okay. So, and if really, if you want to go into the va.gov, you can find that same questions that they're going to ask you. Okay. I would say this is whatever injuries that you are experiencing, write down it. When you go through these things, how is it making you feel?
Mhm.
Um, I would say hopefully you're going to the VA. You don't have to pay for the visit. You have to pay probably a small pay for the medication. Vanessa Kitty, tell us about that because she works in that joint. Here you go. My neuropathy and nerve damage and colon heart rates to CNP app. Okay, so yeah, when you go to the CNP, understand that's a claims and pension. All right. Now, when you go there, understand these people are looking. Okay, so this is my one of my worst CNP exams I've had, and one of my best ones. And I wasn't trying to rate them; it was just what it was. When I went
Mhm.
through my first CNP exam, and I had neuropathy, my feet were hurting me. I didn't know nothing about it. I walked in, I sat down. The guy didn't even look at my feet. He
Uh-huh.
sat there at a computer. He asked me these questions, and he said, "Okay, thank you, bye." Didn't even look at my feet. Now, I didn't know I can appeal that if I wanted to, but it came back later saying, "Yeah, you're full of shit, Dave. You're not going to have anything." Okay, so, all right, all
Yeah,
right,
that's essentially kind of what happened to me at the beginning.
yeah, okay. So now this is the next one. Years later, I rolled in. I said, "Here's my medications. Here's my I would even slap my documentations on there, even though they say they can get them online. Here's my medications. Here's my shoes. Here's all my fleet thing that I wear. This is, I said, me and my doctors, we are a team. So what they want to see is that you're trying to get better, even though the best you can get is not going to bring you back to what you normally are. But they want to see you trying to get better. What happens is and I still get this, and I'm not knocking anybody for what they do. They say these medications just, boom, 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 they mess me up. All right.
Mhm.
Now, this is what the thing is with the medications. All medications have a side effect. When you cannot hold your kids, have fun with your kids, do what you used to do with your kids because you're suffering, that's mental. That comes on top of anything that's physical. All right. So
Right.
you have to know that, and know that when you go through those CNP exams, is no more about what your problem is and what you're trying to do to better your problem. And now, honestly, if it was me and you had me in front of a psychiatrist and they're talking to me and I'm telling them I am concerned about me living and playing with my kids and my grandkids,
Right.
I got a problem with that. You're telling
Right.
me I got to deal with this and I'm supposed to be cool with this mentally? Have you lost your mind? You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, those things can affect you. And man, it hurts my heart when I see that. So, you know, and the thing
Yeah.
is, we don't understand it. And then some of our veterans say, I'm not going to take this medication. I'm like, well, okay. Um, Why not? Because it makes me feel like this. It makes me feel okay. Talk to your doctor about it. Man, I'm just gonna go to the same old bull. And I'm gonna say, I said, really? But you know that every time you don't go talk to your doctor about it, they're saying that you're not serious about it.
Yeah.
And I understand, brother. 30 years they told me this. Now, this is what I want you to understand. And, Vanessa Kitty, you gotta break in on this too here. Uh,
Oh, you
God
can hear
damn
that.
it.
Oh, you can hear that.
You got the train in there.
Yeah, there's a train coming by. I can mute it for a while. Is it that loud?
Yeah, no, you cool, you cool. Yeah, it sounds like you sound like you're in Mississippi somewhere.
Oh
You
man, I'm
said
in
Mississippi.
Louisiana, Grambling State,
Ah, my man. All
Grambling,
right,
Louisiana.
I was stationed in Fort Polk, so.
Oh yeah, you know.
Mm. But I want you to know this. Um, you're not in the fight by yourself, and if you okay, let's get to the kids. You're already a
Mm,
veteran. You're 10%.
mm,
I want you to start looking at, I think, period. And I don't know this by example. Maybe Vanessa Kitty, anybody else in the room, please chime in on this. Let's get this brother straight on point. But I only know when it's at 100% because it took me so long to get there. That you could get. Oh, no, no, no. Look at two at 10% there, and go into va.gov and look at 10% benefits.
mm.
Even just Google it. Because I still think at 10%, there's a certain percentage that you can get your kids, you can get payment
I
for your
don't
kids.
think so. I don't think so. I think it starts at like 30%, I
30,
think.
30 or
Yeah,
50. Yeah, because I
it's
was
30%.
yeah, who else can chime in on that? Because like I said, I'm not gonna yeah, you're right. Because I think because I was looking at 10 though, and look at what your injury is, and then look at that certain injury based on your age. Because for example, I've been suffering from nerve damage since 87.
Mhm.
The VA says that the VA goes on philosophers, certain philosophers. And now, Katie, tell me this too, though, because I keep saying this. Now, Katie, I want you to get me right on this. I say that they go on certain philosophers, and it's certain philosophers that the hospital moves towards. And they get after a while because I want to say it was Rene Descartes. Kitty, tell me if I'm wrong on that. It was Rene Descartes back in the day. When it comes on someone's review, you see it's more of disabilities than the rating as well. And the
Okay.
thing too is also they're adding more disabilities. They added more, I think 3 more this year that
Uh-huh.
they're adding to certain disabilities. So I would say this, though. I would say this pretty much what I would do. Um, I would get a hold of that nearest operationist near you, whether it's the VFW, the DAV. You don't have to join them at all, but you go and
Mhm.
put your ear to the ground and see who's giving you the most rhythm that's coming towards where is going towards your disability.
Mhm.
Um, Let me see here. They qualify less than 10 10 for disability, which it doesn't disability. Yeah, how much is matter still? Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's important that it is that, and it's very true. At 10%, when I was at 10%, um, I didn't have to pay for doctor visits, but I paid for medication, and I paid at a lesser cost. Um, and like you say, at 30 though, but I would like I say, what's going to keep you motivated is
Uh-huh.
knowing what's going on with you, and it's knowing my disability is this. Now I'm gonna tell you what's sad about it, and for me, and that's why I said I want you to go through this. I want you to keep your ear to the ground and keep looking at people with the same disabilities that you're going through.
Uh-huh.
And when you're looking at those disabilities, see what their struggle is and how they're going. Does it relate to where you want to go to? Right? Because I would tell you this. I had a brother tell me, and I was working for a jail, and I was doing fingerprinting, and I was fingerprinting this brother, and he was a veteran. He goes, "Are you a veteran?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "What percent?" I said, 10. He goes, "Keep documenting." Keep documenting. Don't ever stop documenting. And I didn't. I kept on documenting, and I guarantee you, 2019, I saw this young lady. She came in. She came from the desert, and I said, "You're in a wheelchair?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "What happened?" She goes, "Neuropathy." I said, "Neuropathy?" She goes, "Yeah, hands, arms, everything." Because I'm 100%. I'm like, and I'm sitting here this long going through that.
Mm.
So then when I
Right.
went and we filed, they came back and said, "We apologize for not doing what we should have done." So
Right.
this is why I tell you, don't you ever give up and start looking at. Um, so neuropathy for me leads into arthritis, and I'm going to catch that before my age is supposed to catch that. I'm losing
Mm.
it in my hands and in my feet, right? It's first started in my feet, now it's going through my legs, and neuropathy can spread, unfortunately.
Mm.
And they say it's a psychological thing. I said, well, damn shit, hook me up, please, so I can stop thinking about it.
Right.
You know, and they can take your brain off of all this stuff. But what I'm saying to you is this: I want you to always just go and when you're going to go through the CNP exam, they're going to ask you about your current disability. They're going to
Mm.
know. Um, all the CNP exams will do that. Mostly, you would think they want to go and ask you about where you're going to. No, they're going to ask you where you are right now, and they're going to say,
Right.
"Well, um." So for me, when they came in, one guy he came in, he was smooth talking to me and everything, talking about Miss Branch and everything, and I'm not paying attention to this guy.
Uh-huh.
And I filed that claim by myself. So when you file it by yourself, you're gonna be 100% coming back that they're gonna bring you through a reexamination. So um, so you must have a representative that's helping you file for this, and which is
Mm.
good. That's what you need. And hopefully, you know, they'll represent you, and most of them they will pay attention to that. I'm trying to bring everybody's chat up here, and I apologize. I'm trying to keep up with you, Miss Kitty. You're my girl. So what you're gonna go through, if you let me say this, now I'm gonna just give a hypothetical. If somebody says that, oh, um, I'm having trouble walking, or my back is messed up, my back is hurting. And if you see somebody jump out their car and they're walking like it ain't nobody's business, your back is not hurting. And you're being watched for that too.
Right.
You can be observed for that as soon as you jump out of your car, which is true. And I've heard this and I've seen this. So I'm not trying to scare anybody, whatever, but I'm not saying it's going to happen to everybody's evaluation. But understand this. This is how I look at this. When you go into the oh yeah, neuropathy can spread to nerves and organs with well, yeah, hands and feet. And she's
Mm.
true, right about that. I'll digress for a second because the farthest points from your heart is the last places is going to get the blood that's pumped through it,
Right.
and those are where the nerves is going to happen. So, and especially if you are experiencing mental issues, um, you're going to have to keep pursuing to get to where you're comfortable and where so what's going to happen is if you're already going through mental issues right now, they're going to be asking you when you go to your doctor the cnp exam, and there's a list that's on the va.gov page, but it's not just knowing all that. And one thing I saw another person who said this 100% right. Sometimes while you're going through some things, just write it down. Whatever day it is, you write it down.
Uh-huh.
I have a iPad, and I have all my stuff on. Unfortunately, so hopefully, if somebody jacks me, they won't get all my information. But I write a note and say, "What did I experience this day? How was I feeling this day?" Right? Um, because those are the things you don't want to take a thing with your CP exam, but I take it to my CP. You know, I'm feeling this way.
Yeah.
um this is what's going on. For me, the medications I take, and this is why we're doing this one here, and I do a late night one because I have cats like probably even like you, my brother, who
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we can't sleep at night.
Right. Oh man, it's a mess.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
It is a mess.
Talk to us about it. Tell me, because okay, I'm gonna tell you about it. So I want you to feel comfortable about talking because
Uh,
your mind won't shut down. Your
right.
mind is constantly moving, and you've been over there, and you if you can't know. Uh, um, if you sleep too, oh no, no, and so tell me what your experience was. This enlighten us, help us.
All right. Well,
We
it
appreciate you.
started first when I got back. I left and came back to Grambling, and I realized that something was off, and I
Mhm.
couldn't sleep then. Not like I'd have nightmares and stuff like that. But when I
Yeah,
got back to New York, is when I realized that I was in a completely different environment than what I was used to, especially when like your upbringing is more urban or hood or I come from what you would call humble beginnings. So
mhm.
there was no silver spoon. There was a lot of crime, a lot of sirens, noise pollution, light pollution.
Yeah,
So a lot of these things had an effect on me just being able to have a peaceful night's sleep.
exactly.
And it got worse as time went on, and especially when more of the social aspects of transitioning back, excuse me, the more like being used to a set schedule, being used to something very rigid, very structured, very ordered. And like you were saying earlier, people like, we'll get back to you tomorrow. And it's kind of like, I can't do this tomorrow. Like, this has to be done right now. There's like 30 seconds that I'm wasting. Like, there's a certain type of
Yeah,
discipline, a certain type of clock that you get used to. And
exactly.
everybody around you is kind of forcing you to ignore this clock.
Yeah,
And
and
over time, it starts to wear on you to the point where a lot of the things that, and things are not, um, how you say, all sunshine and roses, but people are trying to get you to relax, and you can't relax because the threat is right there. And the moment you relax is the moment you
that's
get caught slipping.
exactly.
And I have a friend now who, like, we both have this issue where we will just get up in the middle of the night and just check everything, like check all four corners, check the windows.
Century.
Yeah, it's bad. Like
Yeah, yeah.
any kind of noise. I hate
Oh,
excuse me.
I was in California when the house starts settling, or when it creaks. You're like, what the
Oh my
hell? Yeah,
God, man,
I
it's bad.
brother, man, I hear you say that, and you know what? And I really appreciate you for sharing that because I feel you. Um, they told me once you put earplugs in your ear, I said, "Are you crazy? I can't put no earplugs in my ear. I'm really caught slipping." You got to be, all your senses have to be on board.
Right. I say
And
that constantly to kids. I'm like, you can't let me just walk up behind you without me hearing you. You can't do that.
yeah, and it's and that's one of the things, and you're so right about that. And still, I can't say I totally let it go, but I'm trying to find a medium with it. And I hear what you're saying. It's even when if you need I think having a partner with you, or you know, and then it's hard to have that because you're still going through. And so, God bless it, brother. And you brought up some things that when I got out, I was like, um, and then not having somebody who you can talk to who can understand that, you know.
Right.
And so, and that's why I would always promise you, I'm gonna do my gosh darn to be here with you because I understand because I'm 58. I started suffering that when I came out in the 80s, and then I was when I was a DI in the 90s. I did the DI in the active duty reserves, and it was like class after class after class after class after class, and it was 11 o'clock at night to 4 in the morning was the only time I can sleep, and it was 7 days a week for 3 months, and that's what the army or the military. Period. And I even listened to Vanessa Kitty say the same thing, and like yourself, we taught that, and people have to understand this is why how we're taught, and then when we drop, like you said, drop right off into I came back home and I went to LA and I was like, oh hell no. Oh no, no, no. I had to go up to Washington because it was just a little slower pace and they were more into helping veterans, but it was still the same. And
It was
back,
bad when I
yeah.
first came back. It
Mhm.
got to the point where um, my little brother had actually pulled a gun on me because,
Ah,
yeah, it was bad because I was kind of, I came back with a sense of trying to bring structure and order back to things around me. And people did not expect that of me. Like it was somebody who they did not see before.
or exactly. You changed
And yeah, I
totally,
changed, like totally
totally,
changed.
totally. Wow.
And people were like threatened by it. And even my little brother, like I had to let him know, like I'm not a threat to you. I even tried to teach him a lot of the things that I learned,
Yeah.
but the streets got the best of them, and it
Yeah.
was almost it was almost a bloodbath. So yeah,
Yeah. I hear you. Because we actually started getting a little taken out of our element and get a little structure because you sound like when I left out, I raised up out in LA and I didn't want to,
I'm from
I just,
Brooklyn, East Flatbush, Crown Heights,
oh,
Bed-Stuy,
snap.
Brownsville, all day.
Right, respect, respect, respect. Yeah. That's why I say like now it's like, you know, when you come back and you see a lot of chaotic, and when you go in, I think you see structure. And when you come back into a chaotic world, seeing a structure, you have to kind of adjust. But I think because I think maybe just for me, because I wasn't raised with a father and everything. So it's, what do you know about structure? And then you go into the military, and then you get some a little bit of structure, and you come back and find that a lot of stuff is chaotic. And then
Right.
it's how do you rock with that? It's how do you and I think hopefully with the help of things that are going on now is that we can all bring somebody some like I say, and I appreciate you rock with me, just some breadcrumbs so because and this is what I would say, talking with a brother like you and talking with my girl, um, you guys always bring some food to my brain and make me always understand that I'm it's like I'm not in it's not to say you're not just in this world by yourself, but it is some stuff. It's some people, from different spots rocking with the same, kind of emotions and feelings that we're rocking with, but we want to move forward. And
Right.
I always want to, and I want to commend you with this again too, is that working with the kids. I'm doing that same thing when you sent that. I'm working with the city council here in Tukwila, Washington, and we're trying to get the seniors and the youth so we can bridge this great gap of communications, so we don't have to experience some of the things that we didn't like experiencing as we were growing up. And
Yeah, I'm glad you had me on. It was just being able to uh let you know that there is somebody out here who's really listening to you, and there's a lot of people who are the same as me who have never heard what you're saying.
oh
So
man,
what
thank
you're
you,
saying is needed, and I'm just asking that you just keep going because
thank you, brother.
somebody else might hear what, like I heard you, and like I said, I think I heard you for the first time on the lead attorney.
Oh yeah, thank
I
you,
think I think
thank you
that's
very
where I
much.
saw you the first time, and I was like, and he was like, subscribe to this guy, and I heard you talking, I was like, okay, I gotta hear this guy, and then I heard you, I was
Thank
like,
you, sir.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah, thank you so very much. I
I
appreciate
actually
you.
had a
Please
comment
do.
from Mr. Magnum.
Yes, ma'am. Please. You've been
Um,
patient.
I was waiting nicely.
You've been very patient. Thank you,
I
beautiful.
appreciate
Speak
your
what's on your
patience.
mind.
Yes, so Mr. Magnum, I think you had a question about getting some benefits to your minor children.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to comment about some things that I have seen in my work.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm not too sure how that plays over in the Veterans Administration, but I just wanted to kind of bring this to your attention. So I've seen in my work where a life insurance benefit, uh, a life insurance benefit is made payable to a minor.
Okay,
Do,
Make
do you
sure you,
that's good to
understand?
know.
Do
That's
you-
good to know. Hmm.
yeah,
okay, but
make sure.
wait. Let
Go
me
ahead.
finish.
Please, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
So the life insurance benefit is made payable to a minor, but what will happen is the benefit will actually pay out to the minor's parent.
Right.
So I've seen where, let's say, a grandmother purchased a life insurance policy on her daughter
Hmm.
and made her grandchildren the beneficiaries. Her
Hmm.
daughter passed away, but since the children were minors, the benefit paid to the fathers. So I'm not sure how this plays out in the Veterans Administration, but you might want to be mindful as to how the benefits are paid out to minor children. In this
Okay.
case, the grandmother did not intend for the fathers to get the benefit, but she didn't know any better. So
Understood.
it sounds like to me you are wanting the benefit to go to your children and not maybe necessarily their mothers. I don't
That
know. I don't
I
know.
I would prefer it to be that way, but with the
Mhm.
current situation, it's not the most viable and the most reasonable. So I would want it to be an option if it was one to where that fund could be allocated, seeing that if you're on disability, say at a certain percentage rate, because this is what I was observing, how the
Mhm.
percentage rate increases if you have children or if you're married or something to that effect. Um, my thought was, if it's not possible where it could be feasible for me to do it directly through that, if there's some type of direct way where the funds could be allocated in that way, or essentially how it works. Because
Yeah.
honestly, I don't understand how it would work at all.
Right. So I don't know how that plays with the
Yeah.
Veterans Administration, but
Mhm.
I've seen that in my work, and I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So I'm a trust and estates paralegal. So
Hmm.
let me
Mhm.
say that.
Mhm.
Um, so things can be strange, let's say, from a contractual perspective with
Mhm.
minors, because minors are deemed to not have capacity.
Right.
So,
Mm.
if
What?
there's some sort of benefit that pays out to a minor, then typically what I've seen is that that benefit goes to the minor's parent. And so if
Right.
that's not what you want,
Mm.
then you might need to explore some other options. And this is not legal advice. Okay, then.
Understood.
We got you.
Understood.
I hear you. Because no, because can I say this too at the same time? Is that I always say this to every veteran who's having every honorable honorable veteran. There's always a program set for them. So this is what I said to this, and and I thank you so much for saying this, my dear girl Nash, because she's right, and I like what she's bringing her perspective. And this is why we said we didn't drop the breadcrumbs for you to go in and look at this, because the reason why I say this as well is there's some people who will say, I don't want to do a 20-year. They'll get out in um 5 years, say 5 years or 4 years, and say they got out because they had a disability, and they have to get out because of disability. So now you got out and you're single, but then what, 4 years up the road you had a child, um and you're a veteran. And now let's take it to the worst case scenario is that after 4 years or 5 years you have this child and you happen to leave this planet because of your disability.
Right.
um, your child should be taken care of for the rest of their life.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
So then let's not go to the extreme and let's just bracket all the way up. You want to live a healthy time with your daughter or your son,
Of
and you
course.
want to experience a good time in the life, but you can't do this because of your disabilities. So this should also help you because what's going to happen is, and this is guaranteed, and I'm not just telling you this because this is the majority of things happen. You're going to get depressed behind that.
Mm,
I used to run 50 miles a week. I'd be lucky to run 2 miles a month. Right. So, and if I try to do that, I'm going to be in extreme pain.
mhm,
I suffer from other things. So and so how do I deal with that? And so this is one point we want you to also know that is that while you're seeking these answers, you got mental support. So you keep it moving. And know this: if you were a squad leader, or if you were a platoon leader, you moved yourself up to company leader because you're in charge of these kids. And
mhm,
don't ever give up. And I think that you have a viable thing to be pursuing. Is yeah, they should be getting when you get to 100%. But I don't say that period. When you're honorable discharge,
mm,
um, and you can be honorable discharge and 10% and understand this too. And I don't want you to go this route, but if you happen to go this route, you can be 10%, 20%, you can be individual unemployable. So that means that a lot of your mental faculties and your physical faculties make you where you cannot work. Um, I don't pursue people going to that because you're limited to if you want to make any extra money outside of that. You get 100% to go that way, but you can do 10%, 20%, 30%, 50, whatever. But if you're an individual unemployable with that, you're eligible for a lot more things with that. That's dental as well as vision care and having your medications taken care of for the rest of your life. All right. So
understand.
you have to look at what you're going through. And I don't recommend anybody go to, where I am going through that route. I think you could do way better. Um, and that's talking with your doctors and looking at go find and put your ear to the ground. Like I say, you're doing the right thing now. And what branch are you again from, a brother? Give it to me again.
Marine Corps.
Oh, hoo-ah. All right. Yeah.
Raw.
You got to catch up to Simplify. Um,
Do or die.
uh, Joe was on here my last live stream, and he was a gunny. I think he was going to be Sergeant Major.
Mm,
A good brother, my Caucasian brother, good brother, and he could probably help you navigate through those waters too. Is because and tell about it. Bacon and Vanessa was up on here, I think, when he was in here. But he is in kind of in the realms that you are in, and I am in. You don't like to be around a lot of people. You are dealing with a lot of different things, and what I don't want to talk about it all like this on here, but I want you if Joe comes up here again. He was on my last 9-hour live stream. I didn't plan to do that, but he was a good
uh-huh.
brother to talk to, and he's a Marine as well. And I think you two would be great to hook up with. And if you get hooked up with him, you let me know. And I want to let everybody know how it goes because he's the
Yeah.
same, like he's like yourself, my brother, and he's like me too. And I always tell people, and it's a basic thing we suffer through. Okay, Nash, come on, baby girl, tell me what else. We got to bring us some more questions. Now we got to get your female voice in here.
You didn't have any more questions. I was just waiting nicely to let you know that I needed to drop down and do
Oh,
some other things now. But I will be listening.
I appreciate you, and
I'll
you're
be
always welcome to
listening.
come up and bring us those questions because in the things that you're asking, I would like to hopefully talk more about you with the because it's a lot, like you say, it's some things that I don't know, and I really can't tell you, like you say, because I'm not an attorney or anything like that. But I will always always, if we have somebody on deck who can, kind of expound on it more than what I can. And definitely, please come up because you have some great questions, and I want to know how things turn out if we're not able to solve them here. But please, by all means, and thank you so much for blessing us with your presence.
Oh, well, thank you. And I'll be back
All right, I
and
look forward
and
to.
supporting.
Okay, thank you, dear. All right,
Okay, have a good night.
you as well, beautiful. Appreciate you. All right, so here we are. I think Magnum disconnected. I guess he left too, but I don't know. Hopefully, he'll come back. We'll see what's up. Okay, but everybody, I appreciate you. Look, I still got 9 people watching me, and I appreciate you because we're gonna keep. I don't want to call it struggle streaming. What I want to say is that we're going to address things here, and the thing is really because. And I got to say this too. What's really interesting is that with the current things that's going on with Russia and Ukraine, we still have military people who are being um, deployed to those areas. And so it is taking a toll on some of our military personnel mentally and physically. So, you guys just look out for that and look out for each other, man, because I tell you this. um it's always good to know that you have options and there's hope. And it's also good to know that some people are actually going through some of the crap that you're going through, and they can sympathize with you, but they will not judge you, and they will not come at you for whatever. We want to know who you are, and what you're going through. We want you to know that your voice is not by yourself, because I think that's it's um, the Seattle Black veteran. If you want to paste it, if you want to do it short, Black veteran. Um, we want to let you know that your voice is heard, and you're not in this by yourself. I mean, man, it's tiring sometimes, and it's troubling when you don't know what's in front of you. So, like I said, I don't ever know every step that's going to be in front of you because I don't even know every step in front of me. But we are going to give you people on here. Hopefully, everyone. I love you, every one of you. And I appreciate every one of you guys supporting me. I really do. And and I got to go back and I got to go into my and do all my comments because I just want to make sure that I let you know that I hear your comments. It's going to get harder as we grow, and I'm so proud of that. And please, I do not want to change because of how many people are subscribed to me. I want to change because I want to give you some love and respect. Just some love and respect. I understand. And if I don't, I really do try because you deserve it. So, and this for people who are not in the military or who are in the military, disabled, and people who just love people who they know are in the military. So it's it's what we need. And so I know I said Sunday's gonna be like our easy like Sunday. So when we go on Sunday, and I'm gonna try to hold myself to it. Um I'm gonna try maybe I think every week we're gonna take to a place I think that's really nice in Seattle or where I'm living around. And I owe this to African Dream as well because this is my guy. When it comes to Seattle, my man. And so we want to bring that to you. And for like my brother Magnum, Joe, Kitty, um, all you guys. Um, Love you, I really do. And I say that because you bring your heart. Um, And I don't want you to bring everything that just puts you out there. I want you, like what I am blessed with some people tell me, and say, well, I can feel where you're coming from because I can feel you. And I mean it in a good way. So you perverted, stop it. No, but I mean that because I think that we all go through our things, and we have to connect. We have to. I asked God. I said, "What is your purpose for me here?" And I still don't know what it is, but we're gonna find it out. And so, if I'm here to help you guys, I really appreciate you guys. Love each and every one of you, and I mean that from the heart. And so, every time I come up, I don't care. I don't. I think unless I'm not. I'm not me forcing to do any other these other things like this. I just want to show up and Vanessa Kitty, I'm a kid you go if you don't ever show up on my page, and at least come on here and say something, okay? Oh, what happened to Magna? What happened to you? Thanks for having me on that, Lord. One night in 10 years. Hey, brother, you always welcome. Please come back up here. And we're here. We're family, brother. We leave no one behind. That's not that's somebody else's slogan, but we're family. I got you. Six, I leave nobody behind. That's what we do in the military. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter what branch you are. It does matter. It matters to the point that you bring that perspective from the branch that you are, and that is respect, respect, and salute, respect. So no matter what your pay grade is, what you experience, if you want to bring it up here and let's talk about it because it's respect. Because a lot of people don't understand. Um, as an enlisted person, an NCO, a non-commissioned officer, and Kitty can talk to you about this as well. There's different demands that are put on you. There's different things that you have to look, and chain of command is key. You don't fuck around. Pardon my lack of vernacular. You don't mess around with that. So and just getting people to rap about that and talk about that because there's some people who got out earlier than some people. There's some people with disabilities that got out. There's some people, but we want to bring this apart as respectful, and we want to bring it far as helpful. We don't want to bring it as tearing each other down. And the thing is, what I find is cool is like Magnum says, is that working with kids is finding those things that you can donate back that can help out your community through some of your experiences that you experience, but it can help out your community. So be real about that and understand it. What we do for today, we have to do for 2 generations because we have to affect it, and we don't want this. I hear you. We don't want this to perpetuate negative. We want to bring forth things that we can do, and things that we can do to help each other out, and be the best goddamn bacons we can be. You hear me? You put that in there, brother. I have to throw that in there. Yeah, but that's my man. Oh, okay, yeah. So, but yeah, good people up on the channel. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. And we're gonna continue to chop it up. I know it's getting kind of late, but I'm kind of keeping this over for my late night people who are insomniacs or who are having problems sleeping or whatever. I'll talk you to sleep or put you to sleep, or one of you be like, God damn it, I can't take them orders. I gotta go to sleep. Type of pills or medications, but always understand this, and I always want you guys, and please understand. And I just got onto my tablet, and I found that I was lacking on my response to people's comments. And I promise you, I will get back to each and everybody's comments. You guys blessed me with 200 subscribers, and I never paid attention to it. Somebody told me that I finally got there after what so many videos, but I don't care. I got there because I got there with some good people, and I am so appreciative to each and every one of you. And like I say, we got to bring substance. Okay, so we got to bring substance to help each other out. And like the first Magnum was saying is, next week I'm going to meet with city council, and I think I said this with some youths and everything. So I want to give him much props for that, because I think that is a good, vessel to, um, kind of give back what the things that we experience, instead of the, the bad things. And so maybe, that can help. And for me, I think that helps for me. And so I want each and every one of you, whatever you're rolling through, and Vanessa, Kitty, you my girl, love you. Whatever you're rolling through, know that you're not by yourself. On here, you're not judged. On here, you don't have to give, just give from your heart of what you're experiencing and what you like to get through. But I would like to hear from you is that you had it, you're going through it, and you're feeling beautiful about coming in on the back end of just living a comfortable life. I know it's never going to be the same, but it's what we do. You know, I tell people I had most of the crazy and funnest crap and the worst things in my life in the military, and it was beautiful. Would I do it again? Nah. But did I do it? Yeah. Did I enjoy it? Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. It was crazy, but I didn't enjoy all of it. This is what it is. But you guys, I'm just saying, you guys, we rock with each other, and we have to understand each other, because understand this. When you get into your 40s, um, you would start trying to understand, or kind of understanding that. Um, um, there's a lot of people experiencing different things in life. You have to have patience, and you have to have a willingness to understand, and allow people to have a platform to say, okay, and feel safe. Okay, I'm not doctor anybody. Okay, don't get it twisted with that. Okay, so but just to feel safe, and just know that you're loved. Salty letters. What are you saying? So much love and support for the world. It's wonderful, man. I love you, bro. Hey, and I love your emoji. That's pretty cool. So and I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys. And Vanessa Kitty, I'm a girl. You got to get on my channel. We got to wrap this. I want you and Joe. I want all you guys to come up and just give it, because one thing I like. My dear lady Miss Han, she said she asked the civilian questions, and I'm only coming to you from a kind of more of a military perspective. And I really have to get back with her and get back with her on that question. It has a lot of variables, and and hopefully hit her, she'll hit me my email, and we can chop it up about it. But like I say, I only going to come from my perspective, and honestly, from that perspective, I've met some women who are divorced their husbands after 30 years, but she was with him the whole time he was in the military. So how does that work? Goddamn bacon, Vanessa. Somebody, you guys better tell me something that's up. You better tell me what's up. Because I have to go and research that, because unfortunately, and I apologize for this. For when they say if you're not experiencing it, it doesn't matter to you. So I have not experienced it, but it doesn't mean it doesn't matter to me. But since I haven't experienced it, I haven't really looked into it that much. And so with that question, and I have another person asked me that. So give me at least a week, and I'll try to get back with you on that. I'm still looking at some other stuff that I have to address, but man, you guys are the best. Okay, so remember this, and if you want to hit me on this, we started off talking about the mental disorders on the civilian side and on the military side. So On the military side, the USS George Washington, and I want you guys to look into this and hit me back up and see what's up with this. 6 people on the USS George Washington, I think in 6 or 7 months, have terminated themselves. All right, so um, um, okay, yeah, I gotta get back on this. So we're talking about that, and then we went to which. Okay, so we're talking about mental health on both sides of the stratosphere, civilian and military. And there's a lot going on with the civilian side and the military. But I said to me, and you guys tell me, I think with the military, it's a double impact. Not only you have to come with dealing with the civilian world, you have to come in dealing with as the military, and then coming into the civilian world. And if your civilian counterparts are going through that as well, it's going to cost more things. Okay, so then we moved on to which was this 10% disabled veteran. How can you make sure that your siblings are taken care of? Say you're not married to the wife. This is only, I'm not giving you every variable because I'm only giving you what I got from it. You guys correct me. Okay. So you're not married to the wife, but you have kids, and you're 10%. What are their benefits, and what do you need to do to make sure you secure those benefits? Fair question, right? Um, Here's a simplified question: how does the spouse claims legal rights we share the veterans' pensions and their benefits? Girl, you be asking me all those little crazy, they're beautiful questions. Don't even get me wrong. You be asking, well, let me see. That's a lawyer question. That's going to be a lawyer question. That kind of question, you're going to have to pay somebody for that answer there to give you actually the legal, like you said right there. You said their um, um, in the simplified question, how does a spouse claim legal and lawful, legal, lawful to share the veterans' pensions or any benefits? Yeah, that is definitely going to be in a attorney's hands. I would not put that in anybody else's hands but an attorney for that, because you're talking about money. Um, Man, of the road. Remember, seeking professional medical help for your mental health needs. Yes, and see, Vanessa Kitty's 100% right on that. Always make sure you get the if you're going to you for mental health needs. I always say this, man. Even if you're 10%, you got mental health problems, go to the VA. And that will probably even increase your chances of getting your benefits raised up. So because you're documenting what there, but when you go to there and you're experiencing what you're experiencing, and it's boom, 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 boom. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Let me see here. Let me see here. Children. Let me see, man. You be giving me with some good. Let me get back over here for you. Okay, so benefits, and we say for children. Yeah, that's what Magnum was talking about for the children's. And I strongly suggest that you do this. Those benefits are also available for spouses and the survivors of spouses. And was it net remarried? Divorce stops many benefits. That is so true. And see, thank you for saying that, Kitty. I knew you would give me the divorce starts many benefits for the military and the VA benefits. This is very true. And I think this is why I've been kind of like struggling to go into it, because it's a lot of people going to be disappointed. You can be married with a guy for 20 years, and I am not definitely sure that, but I like what Kitty said. Is man, um, y- I always say this: knowledge is key, but knowledge is only key at the time that knowledge is really need to be key. So meaning to say is don't need to be going off a cliff and find out that you don't have brakes. Okay, so yeah. And what is not said a lot, and it's not told a lot. So I'm gonna get my ass kicked for this a lot because most people probably have on their Patreons or whatever. But we're giving you real facts here. And Kitty says, oh, let's see, listen, Nash says, how does the spouse claim veteran benefits for the veteran spouses? Yeah, man, I'm gonna say this, baby sister Nash, Angelina Nash, is I'm gonna be really leaning in the corner with Vanessa Kitty because a lot with I my conclusion, and I guess this is why I haven't really looked into it a lot because I believe it's going to become a disappointing thing for a lot of women if they were married to or a woman who is married to a man or a one man who's married to a woman and they prematurely got a divorce or whatever. Say you did 10 years or 15 years. It sounds sucks when I say this. It's like almost going getting your retirement. You're gonna have to be there for and find out what you know. If you're gonna get divorced, kind of like leaving the military. When you leave the military, you only have so many days you can use a medical PXBX and all that crap. Okay, so yeah, you got to be on top of that. And I'll look into it though. I will seriously go and look into it, but I'm leaning to that fact that I don't think that there's not going to be much leeway. And if you're down for spending that extra cash and going and get an attorney or getting legal advice, I think that's going to probably be your best avenue. That's just my opinion. But um, and then finding that right person to do what you need them to do and get it done. Yeah, it's but it can be worth a try. It can be worth a try, but I would say it's 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 a travel. It's a travel. Um, but if you are, and like my brother Magnum came out, so we back to, yeah, but your kids, whether you're 10% or whatever, I do believe, and I don't know, but I'm gonna look that up too, that there is a program um, to help your kids. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know what the variables of his 10%. Say if he's 10% in individual unemployable, it is possible. All right. Now if he's 10% individual unemployable, but now if he's 10% and his stuff is getting worse, yeah, you're gonna have to pursue that. Definitely. Um, like I always say, know what your disability is, know how to deal with that, and know how to talk to people when you go in and talk with them about that. Some of us, well, a lot of us had a cold. Some of us caught the COVID, and unfortunately, I hope nobody ever catches that. I caught it first came out the gates. But when you talk to somebody, you can talk to them because you know what the hell you're talking about. All right. So and if y'all don't know Vanessa Kitty's page, you guys hopefully sign up to her page, get on there. Uh, she don't be doing no videos or anything, but just get over her page. A lot of good information, a lot of nice information, and it's coming from the heart. And I co-sign for a lot of what she says because it's what I said in previous videos as well. So I don't know if we're doing each other, but it's all good. What we're here for is to help you. All right. All right, guys and girls, it's getting towards midnight, and well, over here in the West Coast, it is 11:18. I think it is right now, and I promised myself because I cannot get sleep that I am going to take my medication and go to sleep on time tonight. And but I promise you this though. Um, let's see, today is Tuesday. I was hoping it's Wednesday, Monday, but I did one Sunday, so I'm gonna go off the days, and we're gonna do some things. And you guys hit me up on the comments, and I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys, and some of you who are not up late at night with me, and you still give me your comments. I appreciate you. I really do. And because it only gives me comments, content that I can rock with when I talk with you. But I went on tonight and I was like, well, man, it's certain things, but I like I say with this channel, I don't want to limit it to just if I, and I know it's, when I get maybe somewhere up the road, I'm gonna have to stick to my talking points more often, but I don't want it to stick to the talking points when it comes to somebody who's having things that we are rocking, we can understand and we can help each other. We're getting past that. When I get beautiful people who come onto my channel and says, I understand, and they know that I feel them with this. And I feel them as far as I understand. It's not to it's to understand, we go through issues and we go through problems, and to step out of our own space for a minute and just communicate, right? Right. And let you know, as long as I'm alive, you're not by yourself. I'm rolling with you. We're gonna rock. And I promise you not to let this channel, if money is not going to take me out of this here. No, it's not. And this is why sometimes I stop and I don't do a lot of videos. You don't see a lot from me. And what I wanted to start doing was taking you with me out of the studio here, which is my actually a one-bedroom apartment, believe it or not. Um, I like music and everything, so this is what I do to express myself, and this is why I enjoy listening to each and every one of you tell me how how you're rolling with things, how you're making it through life, how it's just not about one thing. Each and every one of you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of the Most High. So, man, who am I to judge? Shit, man. I wish I was. No, I don't wish I was perfect. Did I have a problem? I mean, that's all fucked up. But we want to let you know that you're not by yourself here. And we're going to rock and roll and we're going to get things done. And what we're going to do is having you living the best life that you can live for you and your family. The reason why? Because you god dang deserve it. You goddamn bacon deserve it. You hear me? Yes, my man. He's got me messed up with him with that right there. So, man, they think, yeah, and see, and and it's just not about me. It's about us, and I like what Luscious Journey said. It's about us communicating with each other, and we're understanding. So here I am in Seattle. Everybody else hit me up and just tell me where you're from. So we let everybody know that we're communicating across the globe here. We're not just uh, um, in one spot, and that we're not by ourselves. I promise you. Um, well, I think the beautiful thing, only thing I say with social media is that we can don't let all the negative stuff saturate you. Um, Take time to spend loving who you are, loving your space, and enjoying you and your family. That is the most important thing, right? Hey, man, live in the moment and try to imagine the past of the present being better. But all we got is right now. So let's live in it and let's enjoy each other. And let's share love with each other. All right. So the Seattle Black Fest is going to report back to you. We're going to talk about things. I'm going to go on and answer. I think the next 2 days here. I got to be in a meeting with City Council. We're going to, well, not with City Council, with some youth here coming up here, which is going to be great. I'm blessed to be joined with that meeting. And Brother Magnum, please stay in touch, brother. And hit me up and then let me know how it goes with the youth and how's your programs going there. So I would like to do the same with you and tell you what's going on. Kitty, Joe, all you guys. Sorry. Oh, you're in Texas, right on, brother. Good looking up. Thank you for hitting the brother up. Thank you for being up here with a brother. Uh, each and every one of you. So I got signing out from Texas. What? Oh man, I got to roll down to Texas though. I know you guys a lot of beef down there, but I still got to roll down there. But all right, hey, everyone. Good Lord, let me see. I'm gonna tell you, I would keep you guys rolling. You guys probably would keep me rolling for another because I said I was gonna roll for 3 hours until 3 o'clock in the morning on the Western time. But I gotta get up early tomorrow and I got to go down to the VA hospital. Um, I'm gonna tell you guys if you're doing VA dental, do not. Oh, okay. Wally's over in Florida. That's my man there right there. Wally. That's Wally. This my Wally keeps me in check. This is my man here. And Wally, you guys got to teach me how to give out wrenches and all this stuff here. On here though, but Wally, I think Wally even woke up later in the middle of the night. Said dang, he was surprised I was still rolling. Nats, every guy, all you guys. Yeah, but only because when I get all this kind of like this energy and I know I need to shut it down. But when I see these issues, I want you to know, and like I say this, when I see these issues, um, it's not just to come and just bring it's just I want to bring in what we want to have is issues with resolve. Or what's even better is people who have struggled with these issues and how you are going through your resolve. It's how it's making you, be that better person. Kind of, chill out. And I agree with this. On the civilian side, there's a lot of stress that's going out here as well. So how do we get to resolve? And so it's finding our thing. And I will tell you, and you guys gonna think I'm playing around. You're gonna be funny. I don't give a damn if it's underwater basket weaving. If you're gonna show me a course on that and show me how it makes you fucking relax, I'm gonna be like, wow, this is fucking interesting because I would never do that, but it's interesting. I mean, you see cats who do scuba diving. Um, Oh, right on. He's out in Houston, Texas. Right on. Right on. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Florida. Well, it's out in Florida. Okay, right on. Thank you, guys. See, this is what I say bouncing all over the globe. And each of these beautiful people have something um, quality to say. And I guarantee you, and guys, I tell you this. Uh, the bittersweet, I would like to stay at this level because I could chat with each and every one of you. You 2000 and trying to keep up. I know it's going to probably change, but I'm content with this right here, honestly, and that's because I can get you genuinely, and you get me genuinely. And this is really, telling you it's crazy because I've never ever in my life think that I would be doing something like this ever, ever. But I get beautiful people like you guys, and um, I've asked myself this a while back ago. I said, God, what is your purpose for me? And I asked him this um, before my disabilities hit me hard, and before I went homeless. And then when I went homeless, I was saying, I know this is not where I'm supposed to be. What is your purpose for me? And I have to honestly say to you, I don't know what it is. I still don't. But I said this: I will not allow somebody to go through the bull crap that I went through in order to live their life harmlessly. Just without pain, without drama, especially if you served in the military. So Um, and even in the civilian world, you have a civilian wife or a civilian. Um, they're a part of your life, and you have to promise yourself and your kids that you will not allow them to go through the pain that you went through. That's what we always do, though, right? For a while. This is what we want the best for all our kids. So, all right. So this is what we're not gonna end it on this. We're gonna end this on happiness. I want you guys going to bed with motivation. I want you going to bed with some sleepy time in your head or whatever. And but that's okay, because you guys and you're goddamn big. You guys are so beautiful. And so what we want to do is um this is at nighttime. You find your regiment, breathe, relax. Take tension off your brain. There's no reason to stress. It's no reason to stress. No, it's not. Tomorrow is going to be what it's going to be. So we have to relax and love. And I say this with each and every one of you guys on this came onto my page here. I want everybody to check out each other. You bounce off of each other. Get some good food from each other. What they say, chew up the meat, spit out the bones. But um, I believe that each and every one of you have a certain so much love within yourself. This is why you're here, and this is why you tolerate me for so many hours. But you're wonderful, and you're fearfully made in the image of your Creator. And I want you to know this. And I want you to stay positive, stay strong, and keep that fight up, okay, guys? I'm going to actually probably start editing where I can leave a little flair at the end of my videos, but right now, not right now. I love you guys. Hold up, let me. I'm gonna put another link up here, and if you guys want to say anything, please come up and give your last for it. And if not, that's okay, because actually, before I got on live stream, I was over at this. Oh, if you ever come to, oh, Nash, you are beautiful. Thank you so dear heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you ever come up to Seattle, Washington, over in Tequila is a place called Bahama Breeze. It's a Jamaican thing place, whatever. Get in there, and if you call me and I catch you while you're over there, I'll buy the first round. All right. They got good wings and everything. But it's Jamaican thing, but it's right over at Tequila, Washington. Tequila's not the best place to be. If you didn't hear that from me, but we're working on that. All right, guys. Hey, I love each and every one of you guys, and I sincerely, I mean that when I say that, and it's because you guys come up and you support us having conversation. And I'm gonna always say, come up and please talk. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'll see what the weather's gonna be this Sunday or this Sunday, and what we'll do is we'll go over to the Space Needle, and I'll take you up to the Space Needle. Um, if the weather's being good, if it's Saturday, I'll let you know though. We'll put that up there. Um, and so we'll go up to Space Needle. We'll go ahead and take the whole tour around, but we'll talk about veteran things, and we'll talk about we'll see, because I don't like to always predict what I'm gonna actually just throw out there, because I don't just like throwing things out there. I really like to think about the things, but and you guys give up good content, and my sister Nash, all you guys, thank you. You guys bring up good topics and good conversations, and please keep bringing those. And so I'm on this here. I'm supposed to look up what it is for wives, and I'm gonna go kind of with Vanessa Kitty. Is that once you divorce, you kind of separate yourself from the whole issue. But I'll go look it up, and I'll actually, I'm gonna ask some people, but I'm going with Vanessa Kitty on this one here. And oh, what's that? Who we over there in Jamaica meat pies? Oh, you go, girl. You don't even start over here. See, and see, she got a cam up. Yes, you guys are wonderful. Okay, you guys know, and this is what. Oh, okay, so now look here. And this is why I keep staying on here for so long, because you guys make me think of all kind of these topics, because the next time I come up here, we're going to talk about different military people, where they were stationed, and the best food that they have. where they were stationed. Different states, different countries. All right, you guys hold that thought. Don't get into it right now. I know, I should have said nothing, but don't you get into it right now because we're going to talk about the beautiful things of being what it was being in the military as well. And I got some topics for you guys, so you hang on to that. We're going to be rapping about this, and we're going to be having fun with it. You guys, we're going to have a good time. And the thing is, no matter what goes on in the years here, we will address some issues, but we're going to address how we can deal with the issues, and then we're going to talk about the good freaking times that we've had. I always tell people this: military was a good place, um, but it was. But if it wasn't for them, I would. And Air Force, Kitty Arnold could say this too: watching people hang off the back of a C1, a C-130 or a C-5 Galaxy. That is impressive stuff. And being a drill instructor in charge of those people, so many people's impressive stuff. Being a sergeant major of the Marines, it's just impressive stuff. Being retired like Miss Kitty Arnold, Miss Vanessa Kitty, it's impressive stuff. You guys who are bringing it, good goddamn, you guys are bringing. Man, you guys are bringing a gang of wisdom. Let's see where this goes. We're gonna have fun with this, guys, and we're gonna just go and we're gonna have a good time. And um, we're gonna talk about things that kind of aches and pains, but we're gonna talk about things that bring us through things, and that's the major thing. So, with the Seattle Black Veterans page, we want you guys to live life and be happy. And even if you're going through things, know that you're not by yourself. You know it? Know that you're loved, regardless. Um, I'm over here. We still got your six. All right, guys and girls. Did I miss anything? You guys, you guys, beautiful people here. You guys have been keeping me rocking and rolling here. And so, honestly, I got to get off of here. I'm just gonna try to hang with you guys. You guys are beautiful. You guys will keep me up, and I think you guys are beautiful. You guys will keep me up though. And I mean, there's so much stuff, honestly, that I would love to talk to you about. Got to get a lot of stuff that we need to accomplish because the thing is, real quick too, and just give some prayers out for our brothers and sisters who we are not being told who are still doing this Afghanistan things and what is doing with their families. And we're talking Navy, Air Force, and Marines and Army as well. And don't discount our National Guards too, because there's things out here that need to be addressed on the state side, and some of those are still getting deployed out. Whether you believe it or not, I will not say how much or who, what, and when, but these things are still happening. So, um, um, you guys, I love you, and I really do. I mean that. And when I say I love you, because we're always going to be fighting for you as far as always keeping your mental and physical health better. And actually, you guys gonna make me get out, and I gotta go start back going to the gym and lifting weights. Good Lord, I'm at almost 6 years old. But we say mental, physical, and spiritual health. That's my philosophies. So keep those in balance, and you'll be. I think that you'll be 100. You'll be fine. All right, guys, I love you very much, and I am going to get out of here. We've been rocking for about what is? I don't even know how long we've been talking for. How long has it been? Somebody tell me. It's okay. Oh, First Magnum. Hey, brother, please come up next time we get up on here. Please come back on here and talk to us about how you're doing with the kids program and everything as well. We'd love to hear that. And uh, my man, goddamn bacon. We had a blast. Oh man, and my brother. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. You guys are Super wonderful, and I appreciate you. And honestly, I want to keep my small family here. Honestly, I'm cool again because we can rap, and you guys are going to teach me how to get better at this, so I can help get you as well up. And so always look at this too, guys. Hey, First Magnum, thank you, brother, for coming on here. Always look at this too, guys. Is um, start believing in you and your path of where you're going to improve in who you are personally or whatever. It's your own journey, and you don't need to be judged by that. But I just say, keep going. And when you are on that path, you're going to have so many great stories to keep telling people, and you're going to help them move to a better path themselves. So this is what I say: we just drop breadcrumbs, so it can help get the people to where they need to go. But we're going to be positive about it. um it's not my part to be judgmental about who is doing what. Um we roll or we don't roll, but life is short, so we just want to love each other and enjoy each other. So life coach from Houston, Texas, thank you so much for stopping in here. I really appreciate you. So guys, I've been saying I'm going to let you go here. As I think, oh, it's been 2 hours, but I don't. So I tell you what, today is Tuesday. Well, we creeped into Wednesday. Are we? What day is this? Oh, okay, day is Tuesday. So I'm gonna go off schedule with everybody. So I'm gonna skip Wednesday and I'll get back on Thursday. If the sun, I think the sun's supposed to be out up here. And if that's the case, we're gonna head over to Space Needle and we'll have some things to talk about. But I want to get you to see, if you ever come up into this area, um, what's going on in Washington, Seattle. I'm only 10 minutes south of Seattle. So we want to get you on point with that. We want to show you some things that's going on up here. So if you ever decide to visit, because summertime is going to be back booming up here. And not only do I want to get you on point with what's going on with veterans, we want to talk to you about going places to get yourself relaxed and doing some things that, and we're going to talk with different channels. So, you guys talk with different channels and you're going to get a lot of things that's going to bring you to that place of Zen, my friends. So look at here, Seattle Black Veteran, and we are out of here. Salute to each and every one of you, and peace and blessings to you and your family. And may every day finds you in the best of blessings. I take care, guys, and we'll talk to you later. We're out of here.